in tonight's episode.
Oh my god.
There's a cold spot right here.
No, something just knocked on that wall right behind me.
I heard that.
Start there.
Oh.
I saw something here.
Right there.
I saw it at the door.
What is that?
I don't know.
Can you wave to us?
He's waiting.
The South is full of haunted history. There are ghost stories around every corner waiting to be told.
I know that the paranormal is real.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a city with a big heart and a small town feel. It's a place where Southern charm runs deep. The Black Warrior River winds through the landscape, and the roar of Crimson Pride echoes on the weekends. Known as the Druid City for the groves of oak trees that once lined its streets and riverbanks, Tuscaloosa is home to a rich cultural history. But nestled right in the middle of this vibrant city is one of its most treasured landmarks, the Gorgas House. Built in 1829, before the university ever opened its doors, this Greek Revival home has served many purposes: dining hall, post office, hospital, and home to one of Alabama's most storied families. Tonight, we explore the Gorgas House. Could the spirits of the Gorgas family still remain? And if so, do they want their presence to be known?
My name is Sonia Harwood Johnson, and I'm the director of the Gorgas House Museum. When I first started as the director of the Gorgas House Museum, I definitely could feel the family and everyone here, and I was really worried that they might not like me very much, and because all these weird things started happening. And so I decided within my second or third month that I would go to the cemetery where the Gorgas family is buried here in Tuscaloosa in Evergreen Cemetery, and I just sort of introduced myself and what I was here to do and how grateful I was that I've been given the opportunity and the honor to run as the director of this museum here. And since then, the spirits of the house have been much kinder to me. But one of the first research things that I did was read Haunted Tuscaloosa. The one thing that really stuck out to me was the line that said that the spirits at the Gorgas House, it's this very sort of motherly and kind of watching over the campus. And so whenever we do feel any sort of spirits in the house, I think it's more of just such a critical reminder of the history of the home rather than feeling anything that's terrifying or dangerous or nerve-wracking. It's more of, oh, I hope I am doing a good enough job to honor the legacy of the people that lived and interacted in this home.
There's been quite a few reports of paranormal activity in the Gorgas house over the years. Reports include the scent of Earl Grey tea near the front entryway, rustling sounds like skirts moving upstairs, and tapping on the front windows, often when there's no one inside. Footsteps and banging noises on the stairs have been heard, believed by some to be Josiah Gorgas with his sword hitting the wall as he walks. And the rocking chairs on the porch, Amelia's favorite spot, have been rocking without explanation. Hot and cold spots are common, along with the doors opening and closing by themselves.
So Tuscaloosa is my hometown. I went to college here at the university. I've known about the Gorgas House and heard stories all of my life. I've especially been drawn to the ghost stories. So this is a special case for me because it's home.
This is the Gorgas House Museum. It's the oldest building here at the University of Alabama and was the first one that was built on UA property. Right before the end of the Civil War, at the very, very end, when General Croxton and the Union troops were coming through Tuscaloosa, on April 4th, they had orders to burn the university to the ground because at that point, we were the #1 producer of Confederate military cadets here in the United States. So there's only about 7 buildings that survive that burning of campus, and this happens to be one of them. After that, they elected Josiah Gorgas to be the 8th president of the university here. But because of his poor health, his condition kept getting worse. His wife did a lot of the work behind the scenes. And so she was then selected to be UA's first female librarian. In addition to running the library, Amelia was also put in charge of the hospital here at the university. So upstairs, across from her bedroom, is where she took care of all the sick students here at the university. Additionally, she was also our head postmistress. So out of the room that used to be dry storage for the dining hall, she ran the first post office here at the university. So she lived here until she passed away in 1913. Her daughters then kind of took over that role as running the post office until they retired. Her last 2 daughters passed away in this home in 1953. And at that point, they immediately turned it into a museum to preserve the Gorgas' kind of legacy and the history of the University of Alabama. So almost every object in this home belonged directly to the Gorgas family, which is a really unique aspect of a historic home here in the United States. So we feel very fortunate to get to tell the history, the goods and bad and everything along with it of the Gorgas family and the history here at the University of Alabama. Some of the most interesting objects we have in the house is this. This is Amelia's hair. It was a very common tradition back then that when people pass away, it's a way to physically hold onto a piece of your loved one for a really long time. This is the dining room that most of the students would have eaten in. On the wall, you'll see the portraits of different family members. So this is William Bones Crawford. He married Sarah Gale, who was Amelia's sister. Unfortunately, William Bones Crawford passed away relatively young, about in his 40s. And so after a certain period of time, once Sarah got much older and couldn't really care for herself, she came back to this house to live with her sister and have Amelia take care of her. She is one of the more tragic ghost stories that we have here. Her favorite person in the world was her granddaughter. And unfortunately, there was an accident where the granddaughter got too close to the stove and her dress caught on fire and she burned to death. When Sarah received the letter of her granddaughter's untimely death, it devastated her and she died within the week here in this house. So sometimes when we have young children around that age around the house, you can kind of feel it a little bit more. It's not upset or like an angry haunting, but just the house feels better with children in it. It just brings the house to life a little bit more. So the room that we're going in next historically was the hospital for the students here at the university. As far as we know, no students died here in this hospital. We have what we call our coughing ghost, who is the one that I hear the most often. So if I'm downstairs sitting in my office, I can sometimes hear coughing coming from this room and the room next to it, which were both the hospital rooms. Usually if I say, "Oh, I hope you feel better soon," it'll stop, but it's surprising for sure if you're not used to it. This photograph was used for Amelia's obituary as well. And earlier this week when I was locking the door, I could see Amelia in that exact outfit, standing at the top of the stairs right here. And I kind of looked over my shoulder and I saw it and I was like, okay. And I shut the door and locked it and left, and I was on the phone with my husband and I was like, nope, we're not doing that. But like you said, it's not like a scary thing or that she's, rushing down the stairs to come get me. It's just, this is her house. This is where she lived. So we feel very honored to be the caretakers of it.
My name is Lauren Thompson. I am a volunteer docent and researcher here with the Gorgas House Museum. Josiah, before he married Amelia, was kind of a harsh and brash man. And after he married Amelia, he became very soft. And we believe through research and letters, it's because of her ability to make a safe space for him and to let him soften up in a space that was calm. I pulled from the archives, and we had people from the theater department come and do like a Living Dead history. And so actually the actress was standing at the right corner of the piano that's behind you. We were filming this way. I was standing back here, and as we were standing just listening to this girl read this letter really poignantly, I mean, I was explaining downstairs, I cried reading this letter. It's just heartbreaking to see a woman, you know, mourn her husband. And so this girl was reading this letter very well, and she was really capturing Amelia, and there was just kind of this energy that came in, and it was just like, oh. And then we noticed that this door that's behind you started to close by itself. She was reading the letter, and just the energy that came around us, that door closing, I was like, okay, that's gotta be Amelia. She's gotta be here.
Oh, good Lord. She's feeling it today, that's for darn sure.
Oh, that was knocked down?
Which is crazy because the doors were locked.
I'm telling you, I think she knows.
I think it would be interesting to ask questions in here because I mean, this was their
This was
stuff.
their room.
And then also, I mean, like we had stuff happen in that room, and yeah, so
Yes. But all the furniture in this room are part of Amelia and Josiah's wedding set that they bought right when they got married. So back then, people believed if you slept completely flat on your back, sickness like tuberculosis would settle in your lungs and you would die earlier. And so they started creating these beautifully ornate headboards, and they'd sleep kind of propped up a little bit, which is also why, even though people were shorter, the beds are so short because they weren't fully laid out the way we are now. But Josiah died 30 years before Amelia did. And so you can see this side of the headboard has 30 more years of wear than this side does, because it shows what grief looks like in furniture and the burden of those who have to keep living after death kind of carry with them. The room that we're going into next is what many consider to be the most haunted room. If we have anyone who's sensitive to spirits or can feel these sorts of things, it's always this room. This is one of my favorite objects in the whole house. This is Amelia's kneeler. But you can still kind of see Amelia's knee imprints here, which is fascinating because we reupholstered this 2 years ago. So there's no reason you should be able to see any knee imprints. A lot of my students also say that the imprints are deeper in the morning than they are at night, and they lighten and then deepen and lighten and deepen. And the ghost story is that's because Amelia prays all night, every night. Did you knock the label off?
No.
Oh, I thought you moved it on purpose. Okay.
I haven't been here.
That's the second label that's been.
the second label.
Yeah.
Well, I have not been up here since.
No, because you moved the.
Yeah, but this is all that I've moved. I haven't touched.
Well, no one was here yesterday because
Yeah.
we were closed, and I haven't been upstairs today. So there you go.
I'm telling you.
I really love this cradle. So this is the cradle that raised all 6 of the Gorgas children, because you can kind of see the tracks from how it moves whenever it kind of feels like it.
So we are on the campus of the University of Alabama to visit a very historical home here on campus. It has a lot of ghost stories.
Right? So we are the first group that's ever actually investigated the Gorgas House.
So that'll make it pretty interesting. And
Yeah.
also, today is the summer solstice.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is. And right now we're trying to find a place to eat. Because, you know, you can't ghost hunt on an empty stomach.
Yeah, and so we left all of our DVR cameras rolling so that we can document what happens when no one's there, when the building is empty. So
Right.
we're going to grab a bite to eat and then we'll head back.
And we also followed the routine of the caregiver of the building and left at the same time that she normally will leave at night. So we got everything set up in the house and we came to eat some dinner, and our host got a notification.
So they have an alarm system, and she received a call that there is motion inside the house.
We're gonna check it out and see if it's something that we can debunk or if we've gotten some activity.
We do have cameras set up, and this is one reason why we like to leave for a little bit with the cameras rolling when no one's there to see what happens when no one's on the property. All right, are y'all ready?
I am ready to go!
And we need to go find out what was causing that motion
Yes.
sensor to go off.
Let's do it!
So we just got back from Swen. We were having dinner when Sonia got a call from UAPD saying that there was motion in the house. However, she thought that she left this door unlocked. This is the back door to the sleeping porch. And as you can see here, it is locked. It has been locked the entire time. Nothing is askew, like I said. The card that was originally off the prayer bench is still there. None of the cards over here have fallen over. So we're not exactly sure what could have triggered the movement unless it's this and it's open somehow.
Was that open before?
I don't know, I'll have to ask Sonia. It might be open all the time, but I'm not sure. I'll ask her.
Okay.
The wardrobe upstairs, the right door closest to the bedroom door,
Open.
is that by itself or is it open all the time?
No, that's never open.
It's open right now.
Because it's here. You can't see it.
While trying to figure out which room triggered the motion sensor, we noticed the wardrobe door was slightly open. Since the wardrobe wasn't in view of our DVR, we couldn't confirm if it was the cause of the alarm. We asked Sonia if she had opened it earlier. She said no, that door is never open.
Is it open all the time?
No, that's never open.
It's open right now.
I remembered filming some B-roll near the wardrobe earlier, and so I checked the footage. It did show that the door was already open before the alarm went off, so the wardrobe wasn't the trigger. Still, it was odd that the door, which is supposedly never opened, somehow was. We moved on to reviewing the DVR footage, hoping to find a better explanation for the motion sensor going off.
So this is the room that had the motion?
I start there.
Oh.
I saw something here.
Right there.
I saw it at the door.
What is that?
It could have been.
Spark.
Is that a motion? Is that a geophone or
No,
tripwire?
there's nothing there. Hold on. So we are at.
After getting a notification that motion had triggered the house alarm, we went straight into investigation mode. First, Sonia checked all the exterior doors to make sure they were locked. Once we confirmed everything was secure and nothing was out of place, we reviewed our DVR footage. This is exactly why we always let the cameras roll for at least an hour after setup. We want to see what happens when no one's on the property. In our experience, spirits often seem curious about the equipment, and giving them that quiet time lets them check things out without being put off by our presence.
It was like a light that. But what is that laying in the floor?
That is the rope. The metal end of it is on the floor, and then the darker thing you see is the red velvet.
It's like it flashed.
Yeah.
There's a few theories that try to explain light anomalies, often referred to as spirit light in the paranormal field. What we captured was a concentrated flash of light with no clear source. We had not set out any devices that emit flashes. The light appeared to come straight out of the empty space of the doorway. Since it was still daylight outside, the infrared lights had not activated on our camera system. Therefore, this was not a light reflection or illumination from IR light. Upon a closer examination of the footage, I noticed a shadow, or a dark mass behind the light, meaning this anomaly had substance and wasn't just a light. If it had been a bug or a mouse, you would see it move in and out of frame. Here, it clearly manifests in one spot.
Is that Amelia or Josiah walking through the house checking things out? Maybe.
It's just a little light.
It's on the floor. There's nothing electronic there
No.
at all.
And it's not a reflection from something or a
Alright, so
car.
they did it once.
It's not like a mouse eye.
Yeah, it's like it's a
That's
flash.
way too big for
What
a
time was
mouse
that
eye.
flash? Is it around the same time as the motion sensor.
But now,
Couple
they said it
days.
happened.
Yeah, that is when the motion sensor picked it up.
So what's unusual, would a little flash like that set off the motion
No.
sensor?
Normally it won't because the light doesn't normally
Right.
set off a motion detection.
The
It
motion
has to be a
sensor picked up
physical
something though.
Okay, what room is that?
That's the
I'm
one
going
directly
That's the
above.
formal parlor
It's
room.
upstairs to the other corner.
There's nothing down here to make it reflect.
Mm-mm.
But I don't see that, no, but all this stuff, you just put in after it came back.
It would, okay, so it wouldn't have been the tripwire, you
Yeah.
just put that up.
Well, the tripwire,
It was like right
Here,
here
but
though, in
it's
this
turned off.
spot. What about the laser grid though? Would that have?
no,
Huh?
that was just put up here just a second. I mean, just tonight.
I mean, nothing could have reflected
when it
off
came
of
out.
this.
That's what we're just thinking about. I think it was too high.
That can't be a pixel, can it?
No.
That's not.
No.
So that it's a flash, but that did not look like a reflection from
No.
something. Like if something was reflecting outside from a window, that didn't look like a reflection. It looks like an actual flash.
Like if a car drove by or something.
Yeah, but it would be on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
it's
down here.
only concentrated in one
Somewhere.
spot.
But would that set off the motion detector?
Right there,
Alright,
see?
so-
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know if that
And it's
would.
like coming straight from the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like within the dark.
We haven't even gotten started yet.
I know, right?
That's really interesting.
Right there.
Do you think that could be, I don't know what y'all's theory on like spirit manifestation is, but do you guys think that that could be the beginning of something trying to manifest?
Because we couldn't explain it naturally, we turned to paranormal theories. One is energy manifestation, the idea that spirits can manipulate energy, sometimes creating visible light or affecting infrared or ultraviolet ranges. Another is electromagnetic discharge. It's believed spirits can emit or disturb EMF, the electromagnetic field, which can show up as flashes or bursts.
Motion sensors can map your entire room. If you think of LiDAR,
Right.
are you familiar with LiDAR? LiDAR is that way. That's what LiDAR is doing, is sending out signals and it maps that area. That's how a motion sensor works. So if you have something in the room that is not visible, it's very possible that it could have been, but not to our eye.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I need to show you something too, that's going on in here, because we haven't done a sweep yet,
Yeah.
but these cake leaves are going off all the time.
Oh, wow. And these are the letters.
Yes,
And
the picture.
is it consistent? Has it been doing it for a while?
Yeah. But I mean, I haven't done like a sweep
Yeah.
of the whole room to see, but I thought that was kind of crazy.
Have you got the analog unit that's in there? That's the one, Scott. Is it there?
See, the K2s are going crazy in here.
Nothing.
Nothing. Is it not doing anything?
Nothing.
And
Okay,
now,
it's not doing anything anymore. Oh, there it goes.
It might
Look
just
at
be
this.
some wiring.
It could.
Yeah. But honestly, it's not just random, it's near the
yeah.
object,
Yeah.
so.
So that case is actually really interesting. Those cannonballs were dug up in 2015 right outside of the building adjacent to us. A bomb squad had to be called and the building had to be evacuated.
So I don't know. It
So
could
this
be.
side of the table is where I got like a little teeny tiny reading. And
Yeah,
then
I
this
mean,
one
these
is
items
the
are
base.
not doing anything, but that is.
We conducted an EMF baseline sweep through the property. This helps us later during an investigation to decipher normal EMF detection versus indication of a possible entity present. Some hits we were able to determine a source, but the interesting thing to us was that the majority of our hits occurred around and near trigger objects.
After we did an EMF sweep, everyone settled in to begin our first session of the night. We split up into teams. Jonathan, David, and Sonia went to the downstairs parlor while another group investigated upstairs. Ashley and I sat at command to monitor the DVR.
Okay, everyone remember to be on airplane mode.
The grandfather clock was a gift from Miss Camilla, who loves this house very much. But it was made by Jacob, Josiah's grandfather. Do you like having the clock here?
Did y'all hear that?
I didn't hear it. What was it?
It sounded almost like a woman singing. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
That sounded like a woman singing here in the corner.
At one point, Jonathan heard a woman singing. What was strange is that it sounded just like a recording from one of the museum exhibits, something visitors can play with an iPad. But the sound didn't come from the iPad. It came from the corner of the room behind him. The only thing in that corner was a grandfather clock.
But this clock is actually about 230 years old. It
wow.
was built by Josiah Gorgas' grandfather by hand, so it is one of our oldest items.
Was it a spirit singing the same song that was often played in the museum?
That sounded like a woman singing here in the corner.
So that started playing by itself? Is that what it was?
It never started playing, but I think you heard it.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it didn't play, but you heard that, like something was mimicking it?
That's what I heard.
Have you ever heard that before? Do it without the iPad playing?
I always joke that the ghosts don't play with our phonographs, but they play with the iPads. But I haven't heard them do it before. I mean, sometimes they turn on and off.
It was very faint.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, of course.
But that's what I heard.
Unless you have a situation.
But we
That's
didn't hear it at
creepy.
all.
It was over by the clock.
Yeah, we didn't hear it at all.
I heard music at one point, but
Does
it was
it
like
ever-
a different beat.
And then you walk by here with that thing, and that's it.
But that wasn't playing.
But it wasn't playing. So you can hear.
So you need to check the recorder, Jonathan, to see.
This is the poem.
And see, it would have
would've
continued on
continued on.
if it was that.
I only heard it once, and then it was about a minute later when y'all called.
That's bizarre because it wouldn't self-actuate, and if it did, it would just
would
continue through the whole
continue.
thing, not just a little snippet.
I don't know, that's weird because, and other people would have heard it if it was,
If it was the iPad, for sure, somebody else would.
yeah, if it was the iPad.
But she heard it. She said sometimes we mix. She heard it, but she said sometimes we mix exterior music or exterior sounds with interior.
That, I don't know.
But at the same time, we have gotten no noise pollution from outside because all the students are gone for summer.
Mm-hmm.
And the campus is actually absolutely quiet out there.
For our next session, we split up into groups to try an experiment inspired by an AirQ session. Some of our hosts read letters written by former residents aloud, hoping to trigger activity. Joining us this time was Maggie Weatherwax, a friend of the Gorgas Museum and a skeptic.
Hi, my name is Maggie Weatherwax. I am a graduate student here at the University of Alabama in the Religious Studies Department, and I am a friend of the Gorgas House here.
Okay, so we have letters from Josiah.
Well, this is from Amelia to William.
Okay, from Amelia to William.
About Josiah's death.
Oh, okay, from Amelia to William about Josiah's death. She's going to read them because at one point you read them and there was some activity.
My dearest child, the
The announcement of your illness in the Brownsville paper so alarmed me that I could not resist sending a telegram. I shall not feel happy until you get out of that malarious country. I think this sad season renders me unusually nervous and anxious about the absent members of our family. Poor, lonely father. I sat close to his grave all the evening of the 15th and could see through the cruel earth that parted us. His calm, white face as it looked when I kissed him goodbye 1 long year ago. This love was so true and faithful that I feel almost humiliated to have been its object and to have inspired such feelings in so with another. He was so generous. His letters after he took charge of the Briarfield Works are filled with propositions to help his Confederate friends.
Just minutes after Lauren began reading Amelia's letter, our equipment started reacting. The trip wire in the hallway, which detects EMF fluctuations, and the cat balls on the stairs, which require physical contact to activate, both started going off. Neither device had triggered all night until we started reading the letter.
Let me ask, did that tripwire go off at all like that earlier when y'all were up here?
No.
Mm-mm. So the cat ball on the stairs went off first, then the rope light went off, so it's like something came up the stairs.
I saw a flash out of the corner of my eye, but I wanted to keep reading, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep going.
The cat ball detects, like, it only lights up when you touch it.
Yeah.
Now the tripwire will detect electromagnetic fields, and so it's just interesting that both would just within like seconds of each other went off, and they detect 2 different ways.
As if she was coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
Right, somebody was going up the stairs.
We are all very well at home, but our fine garden is suffering severely for rain. Thank Dr. Happersett for his kindness and express my regret for his approaching departure. Try and send a postal frequently until you are quite recovered. Fondly, your mother.
Is that the cat ball?
Tripwire.
Tripwire.
Right.
And it's only doing it when they're reading.
Is that you, Amelia?
Oh, there it goes. 2 of them. And it's not lightning, lightning will set it off, but it's not storming or anything.
No.
It's a clear sky tonight, I think. Can I say something to Amelia or Josiah?
A bunch of them lit up. Go ahead.
Amelia, Josiah.
We picked up the letters again, and so did the activity. Our equipment kept going off, but most of the hits were coming from just outside the room. So we took the letter into the hallway. I followed Lauren and Maggie, filming from the far end. That's when activity took a turn. Sudden, direct, and impossible to ignore.
The climate is too debilitating for both Minnie and child. Carrie and Nina are to be here for the commencement, and I have also invited
There's a cold spot right
here. Something just knocked on that wall right behind me.
I heard that.
It went like right behind me.
And there's like there's a cold spot right here too.
Can I feel it?
Right around here.
It was right behind me. It was like knock.
Down here.
Once we resumed our session in the hallway, the tripwire and cat ball activity stopped completely. But then something, or someone, knocked loudly on the wall right next to me. Behind me was nothing but darkness, yet I could feel a presence. To say I was startled would be an understatement. When we reviewed the DVR footage, it confirmed what I already knew. No one was behind me when I reacted, and no one else was moving when the knock occurred. David and Sonia were stationed at command, and Jonathan had already left for the night. This knock wasn't distant. It wasn't pipes or plumbing. It was intentional.
Minnie and child. Carrie and Nina are to be here for the commencement, and I have also invited
There's a cold spot right here.
Something just...
Carrie and Nina are to be here for the commencement, and I have also invited
There's a cold spot right here.
Carrie and Nina
There's a cold spot right here.
No.
If you listen closely, you can hear the knocking continue as I walk away.
Oh my God.
There's a cold spot.
At the same time, Heather feels an intense cold spot concentrated in that very spot. Something unseen was still there.
Carrie and Nina are to be here for the commencement, and I have also invited
Oh my God.
There's a cold spot right here.
No. Something just knocked on that wall right behind me.
I heard that.
It went like right behind me.
Okay.
Okay, it was right here.
Well, that's where you said you saw somebody looking.
Yeah, I thought I saw somebody doing this when I was sitting there.
Take it out.
Josiah? Is that one of you?
goes crazy on the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, that was definitely something behind me.
Did someone hear something just now? No, it sounded like a very faint voice, like very faint.
It doesn't sound like the air is coming in here. Like I can feel something cold right here.
I just heard a whisper. Did one of y'all just go something like,
No.
because it sounded like it came from in there with y'all.
All right, if you are here with us, please come and join us. We are here for one night just to communicate with you, just to see if you can communicate with us.
K2 hit.
I can see that too, almost like someone's like walking past it.
I think it's Josiah.
If someone's in the hallway, come on in here.
Sarah.
It lit up
Sarah?
again.
Huh?
It lit up again.
Yeah.
Here, we just got a flash in the hallway.
Josiah, if that's you, can you make that flash? Either a bunch of lights flash up or go all the way up to red again?
It looks like you're trying.
Things grew quiet, so we decided to play the museum's phonograph for an AirQ session, hoping the music might stir something from the past.
But this is an Edison phonograph, and the way that it works is you kind of crank it up, just like this. Of course, no electricity or anything like that. You're gonna flip the needle down. It runs on cylinders. So it's almost like a record player. It has the same sort of grooves that a vinyl record would, but each cylinder made out of wax has one song on it. And so you can see the song on the outside, and the needle will play just like a record player. So you flip the needle down and then turn it on.
Beautiful sky, I made you cry when I whispered goodbye. But dearie, don't you remember that I promised I'd be true? So I sang a choo-choo that brings me back to California and you.
Is that the tripwire? Were y'all whispering?
No.
Did you hear it?
Yes. Did you ever go to the theater and watch plays?
Were y'all whispering?
No.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
I just heard another one.
It's still going.
What is that?
I don't know.
It stopped.
It was like a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It sounds like spurs on boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a three electronic system. So you got a laser grid.
Mm-hmm.
The laser grid you can actually see with night vision cameras. You've got a laser grid, you've got a receiver, and there's a technical term for it, but then you've got an actual camera. The camera overlays the infrared return signal of the laser grid. If anything interacts with it or breaks that laser return signal, it maps the person.
We're trying the Estes method while using the SLS camera in the Blue Room. The Estes method involves one person wearing noise-canceling headphones connected to a spirit box, a device that rapidly scans radio frequencies while blindfolded. The idea is to isolate the listener so they can call out any words or phrases they hear without being influenced by the questions being asked. David handed the SLS to Lauren. We had a few digital recorders running while we were setting up, and later discovered a voice that was captured.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go to the image side for.
Okay.
I like this.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go to the image side for.
Okay.
I like this. I like this.
While reviewing my audio, I heard a voice say, "I like this." At first I thought it was Lauren commenting on the SLS, but I reached out to her and she didn't remember saying it. Before assuming it was an EVP, I wanted to analyze it carefully. First, just by listening, you can clearly hear Lauren speaking to David. Her voice is softer and more distant because she was across the room from my recorder. In contrast, the voice saying, "I like this," is much closer and clearer.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go to the image side for.
Okay.
I like this.
By the time it was captured, Lauren had already started walking out of the room, which would have made her voice even fainter. We also didn't hear the voice in real time. When I analyzed the audio visually, the unexplained voice appeared much more condensed in the frequency display. Its pitch also didn't match Lauren's. Both Sonia and Lauren agreed that the voice had an accent that didn't match any of theirs. Craig had also left his recorder running upstairs, and it picked up the voice too. On his recording, the difference between Lauren's voice and the voice in question is even more distinct. Unfortunately, we don't have video confirmation to completely rule out that it was one of us, but based on the evidence, I feel confident that we captured a Class A EVP.
Okay.
I like this.
The voice sounds like that of an older woman. Could it have been Amelia saying that she liked what we were doing? Maybe she liked that we were there to listen. Shortly after this was recorded, we received even more signs that someone unseen was definitely with us.
You tell me when you want me to start rolling.
Oh, I'm good whenever everybody's ready.
There's someone sitting in the chair
Yeah,
next
there's
to
some chair right next to you.
Hi.
Is this recording?
I think so.
I hope so.
Keep in mind that SLS footage is a mirror image. The figure being mapped is sitting in the chair to my left. On the screen, it will appear on the right. This chair is known as the woman's chair. It's where Amelia would have sat during her time.
We're here to talk with you. They've got like one arm up as if they're just kind of like casually.
In this chair right here?
Yeah.
If I reach my hand out,
That's the woman's chair too.
if I reach my hand out, can you touch my hand?
And the funny thing is, that's the woman's chair. So that's where a lady would sit. Can you wave to us?
He's waiting.
They wave.
Excuse my French.
He's waiting.
They wave.
Excuse my French.
We're gonna say a name, and if the name is yours, raise your hand. So, are you Sarah? If you're Sarah, raise your hand.
William Bones Crawford, is that you? It just put its hands down as soon as I said that name.
So it's not William?
Sarah, put your hand up if that's you. Oh my god.
Did they stick it up?
They're like elbows out.
Yeah, elbows up.
What about Jesse? Jesse?
He's gone. After a few minutes, the figure in the chair vanished. One thing that stood out to us was that the chair wasn't causing a false mapping, which sometimes happens with inanimate objects. After the figure disappeared, the chair stayed in frame but wasn't mapped. While the figure was there, it also responded to us intelligently. The room fell still and we moved forward with our plans to begin the Estes method, unsure of what might come through next. We didn't receive anything significant through the spirit box. We always try a variety of techniques and experiments. We took turns hoping one of us would be receptive enough, but sometimes you just don't receive anything.
We conducted several more sessions throughout the night. Craig upstairs, while Heather, Lauren, and I sat in the original parlor room.
Is it Sarah?
Is it Mrs. Gorgas?
Thank you.
Although we got some interaction with our cat balls, we didn't capture any additional EVPs. One phenomenon that persisted during our investigation was the presence of cold spots.
Ooh, I'm getting like an extra blast of just cold.
But I just started feeling it too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Is that you?
Oh.
I mean, the air
Yes,
is been
but there's
on.
not a vent.
There's not a
Oh,
vent
there's
in
not.
here.
No, there's like
Thank
it's
you,
like
we can
moving
feel
air.
you.
Yeah, there's a
Moving air.
wind blowing through here.
We can feel you.
While drafts are common in old buildings and can often explain temperature fluctuations, what we encountered was different. These cold spots were sharp, sudden, and isolated to specific areas. At times, a mysterious breeze would sweep through, without any identifiable source.
It's like all right
Yeah.
here. And like I feel it
I've heard-
especially right here on my arm.
I mean, it's like blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fireplace is sealed, right?
Yeah, it's sealed. I think that was the moon upstairs.
Yeah, and it's coming from over here.
Yeah. Thank you. We can feel you.
Yeah. You're doing something.
Yeah.
Some believe that sudden temperature drops mark the presence of a spirit attempting to manifest. And tonight, every time we felt those icy gusts, they were accompanied by noticeable spikes in activity. Coincidence? Maybe. But in a place like this, maybe not. We came searching for answers, and the spirits of the Gorgas House made themselves known. From our evidence, we believe it's clear that members of the Gorgas family still remain, watching over the house and those who care for it. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and most of all, stay spooky.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos or want to be a part of our live investigations, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas for future investigations or want to share your own paranormal encounters, please feel free to leave a comment or send an email to crashmediaparanormal@gmail.com.